I'm Ashley Deckard, Assistant Director of Education for Color Up CBD and owner and operator of AD Aesthetics in Denver. And today we are going to be talking about business building and client retention within the industry. I have been a licensed practicing esthetician since 2013 and have owned and operated my own business for the last year and a half. And let me tell you what a new challenging feat that is. The first thing that we can talk about is how to know when you're ready to start your own business, right? Because it is an undertaking. Not only are you the practicing esthetician of your business, you are the accountant, you are supporting with scheduling, you are recommending products, you are selling products to clients, you are making their next appointment, you're the front desk, you're the business manager, you are everything. And it can be overwhelming to start, but I can give you a few tools that you can take with you in terms of how to operate and balance all of these things. Now, my suggestion is that you have some sort of funnel in order to get clients to come and see you, right? So if you are located within, let's say, something like a wellness center, like I am, I have other practitioners that I'm able to network with, and they can recommend clients to me. There's also, of course, social media, which is a great way to network, different events that you can do. If you are not comfortable networking and either doing that in person, telling pretty much everyone about what you do and how you do it, as well as being on social media, this can present quite a challenge, right? Because you have to be visible and seen in this industry in order for clients to even know that you exist, right? Like, competition is very fierce in our industry because there are so many of us that are so great at what we do, and you have to know how to set yourself apart, right? So I would say that is the first question that you should ask yourself, is if you are willing to network. And if the answer is yes, then you can kind of start proceeding. Mindset is going to be really, really important when it comes to having your own business, because there can be times where it feels really quiet, you feel like you're not getting enough business coming in, but what are you going to do? Are you going to just sink into that feeling, or are you going to take that and network even more and have the determination to follow that through? Because when you are your own boss and your own business, it can be challenging to motivate yourself, right? You're the only person who is really there making sure that things are getting done, that clients are getting seen, that you're building your business and marketing as needed. And if you aren't someone who is motivated to do that, it can be really challenging. So I think one of the main ways to have the best mindset is going to be to make sure that you take care of yourself outside of your business, that you keep different hobbies, make sure that you're eating well, you're exercising, you are doing the baseline things that are going to set you up for just feeling good. Because I think that can be one of the things where we get kind of lost in as business owners. We just work and work and work. And while a little bit of that is good, you want to make sure that you're consistently working in order to make sure that you're making money. You have to take a break from that work, because that's when all of those great ideas are going to set in, is when you are on a walk, when you're hanging out with friends, when you're talking to other people that also own their own businesses. This is where it can spark those ideas and keep you excited, keep things fresh, and encourage you to network, right? If we don't feel good, then it can be really hard to do any of those things. When it comes to retaining clients, I would say one of the easiest things for me in this industry has been just connecting with people, because I love people's stories, right? And working one-on-one as an esthetician is great because I just get to hear all about people's lives. It's like This American Life, but like live in person. And I just get to see a ton of different people and hear about their lives and their stories. And I have a genuine love for that. And I think that has been one of the biggest ways that I've been able to retain clients, is because I just love connecting with other people. If you're not a people person, it can be really challenging because you have to have a genuine interest in your clients, like they want to come back to someone who really knows them and sees them. And you can determine the type of relationship that you want to have with your clients, right? Like, of course, I'm always professional in my relationship with them. My clients, of course, are super personal, and I do share things about my life, but I want to make sure that it's all about them. That is really, really important to me, is making sure that the conversation is always centered around them, and I just have like anecdotes, right? And I'm just kind of filtering in. I'm also always on my client's team, and I think that just makes for such a special relationship, because you have somebody that you can talk to that's totally neutral and supports you and makes you look beautiful. So it's really like the best thing. And you become your client's friend in a lot of ways, and it's a really special thing. When it comes to service recommendations, you want to make sure that you're consistently delivering, right? Because as much as my clients just love me and as a person, it's also because I'm producing a specific type of result, right? We never want to forget that at the end of the day. And this is why being a business owner can be so dynamic, because not only are you, creating these relationships, you're also delivering these specific results, because that's what your clients are paying you for, is for that. And you can't forget that. As much as you build a relationship with people, that always has to be at the forefront of your mind. So suggesting services that are going to support them in getting to their goal, and then also making them feel relaxed when they come to see you, because everyone's going to want to feel some sort of just general relief when they come in. Even if you're somebody who's more medically focused, you can still add in supporting your clients and feeling really relaxed. There are just different little things that you can do in terms of music and lighting and aroma that can add to the ambiance of the space that you're creating. So I think there's that. And then also building trust in terms of how you are recommending services and they are seeing results from those services. Don't be shy to upsell, if you want to call it upselling your clients into new services that you offer, and taking new classes and continuing your education to consistently offer the best that's out there in terms of your specific niche. Because if you only do the same thing every time, personally, I get bored. I don't want to just do the same facial over and over again for clients. And then clients can get bored too, because is it just like applying a mask and taking a mask off and they come and see you and that's what you do every time? Diversify, make things a little bit interesting for people so that they say, every time I come and see you, you're doing something different, or you're supporting me in like trying something new, because that also helps to build trust, because they see you as an expert in your field and in your industry, which I think is super important. This also links into product recommendations. As much as you may not see yourself as a salesperson, sales is a large part of what we do in terms of service, selling ourselves, selling products, so that we can maintain the results of the skincare treatment while they're seeing us. If we're telling our clients like, oh, you can just continue to use the products that brought you here to me in the first place, then what is that really saying? So we want to make sure that we can adjust or slightly tweak their routine over time, right? It doesn't mean the first time that someone comes and sees you, you switch everything. I think that can be really overwhelming for the client, and super expensive, and not everyone wants to make that commitment right away. But maybe I can say, tweak the way that you're using this, right? How are you using X, Y, and Z products? Because sometimes clients just aren't using the product correctly, and that can create an issue in their skin. So just tweaking that first, and then maybe adding in a product or two, or taking away a product or two. Sometimes I notice that I have to take things out of people's routines because it's just too much, right? So really changing the way that you're thinking about a typical consultation and making this a great experience for your client in terms of clarity, what you're recommending, how you're recommending they use it, and just not switching everything up right away, because clients don't want to feel like the only way that they can be successful in terms of how their skin looks is by buying $300 worth of product at the beginning of seeing you. We want to build our relationship over time, and by taking things out or switching the way people use things, that's a great way in order to support that. So again, when it comes to business building, really trust yourself, Ask these tough questions of yourself before you go into opening your own business, if it's possible. If you're already here, ask those questions of yourself now to make sure that you have the support from yourself that you're going to need to see yourself through this, because really that's what we have at the end of the day is us. So thank you so much for watching. I am Ashley Deckard, Assistant Director of Education for Color Up CBD and owner and operator of AD Aesthetics. Thank you.